usted, la presunta víctima, está presente, vamos a dar paso a la sesión.
How old are your three children you have with the alleged victim, please?
¿Qué edad tienen los niños, los 3 niños o niñas que usted tiene con la presunta víctima, por favor?
21 es la mayor, Alexandra. Pedrito tiene 17 años y Cristian
Hi, I'm
Leo
here.
15 años. Ah, ok. Hey,
Hi.
baby.
Hi.
Yes. Your Honor, I'm sorry, there was an interruption. The interpreter couldn't hear only the 2 first. Señor, ¿podría usted decía que Pedrito tenía 17 y qué más?
Y Cristian Leo tiene 11 años.
The oldest, Alexandra, she's 21, Pedrito is 17, and Christian Leo is 11.
He's going to be 11 in July 31st, so he's 10.
And what do you think the impact on children is when they see daddy and mommy engage in physical contact with each other? Don't answer the question, think about it. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen your parents fight, physically fight?
¿Qué cree usted, cuál cree usted que es el impacto que tiene en los hijos el ver a mamá y a papá involucrados en una pelea? No me responda la pregunta, solamente piénselo. Y permítame preguntarle esto y sí respóndame. ¿Usted alguna vez vio a sus padres involucrados en una pelea así?
Cuando era chico, sí.
Yes, when I was a kid.
Uh-huh. And how did that affect you, Pedro?
¿Y cómo le afectó, Pedro?
Me afecta a los niños. En este caso, afecta.
Yeah.
It affects, in this case, it affects the kids, it affects.
Yes, and what the children saw on that day will affect them like it has affected you for the rest of your life.
Sí, y lo que los niños vieron ese día les va a afectar a ellos de la misma forma en la que le ha afectado a usted y por el resto de su vida.
Perdón, los niños...
Are you appointed the Office of the Public Defender?
Hi, how are you?
Es que los niños estaban dormidos, perdón. No
The
vieron.
kids were asleep y la abogada de oficio está preguntando si está quedando asignado o no.
I don't care if the kids were asleep. I'm just telling you what the science shows. I didn't ask for a comment. Do you work, Mr. Moreno?
Bueno, yo no le pregunté que me hiciera ningún comentario al respecto, no importa si estaban dormidos o no, esto es lo que la ciencia ha demostrado. ¿Usted trabaja, señor Moreno?
En estos momentos estoy sin trabajo.
Right now I'm out of work.
Why?
¿Por qué?
Soy actor y terminó la temporada del proyecto en el que estaba, entonces estoy ahora sin trabajo.
I'm an actor and what I was working on, the project I was working on just ended and right now I don't have a job.
Okay. Do you have any money in the bank?
¿Tiene dinero en el banco?
Un poco.
A little bit.
How much do you have in the bank?
¿Cuánto tiene en el banco?
$3,000 aproximadamente.
$3,000 approximately.
Yeah. Do you own a house?
¿Usted es dueño de una casa?
Sí, tenemos una casa juntos, mi esposo y yo.
Yes, me and my wife, we have a house together.
House worth?
¿Cuánto vale la casa?
La casa está valorada ahora como en unos $890,000 aproximadamente.
The house is valued right now at around $890,000 more or less.
Okay. And what kind of stuff were you acting in?
¿Y en qué tipo de cosas estaba usted actuando?
Yo llevo 25 años de profesión, yo actúo en telenovelas, teatro, cine, televisión.
I have a 25 years career. I've been acting for all that time in soap operas and in movie theater productions, in TV productions.
Okay. I'm a little familiar with the business,
Estoy un poco familiarizado con ese campo del negocio.
having been in the business for a little bit myself. So, Ms. Moreno, tell me what's going on.
Hi, Judge. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to let everybody know that this is a one-time thing. My husband and I do not argue in front of our children. If anything, we keep everything private. Like he said that, we were having a discussion amongst, him and I over my cell phone. He wasn't violent with me. He didn't touch me. He didn't, he wasn't physically, like engaged in hitting me or anything like that. It was just a struggle to try to get the phone back. He didn't want to give me the phone back. I called 911. thinking it was just going to be kind of like, hey, give her the phone back before the police arrived. He had already given me my phone, and we were, calmly speaking again. So this is not something that's ever happened, and since the first day I met him. It was an incident that unfortunately I think got a little bit out of hand. It happened that night while the kids were, they were asleep. My daughter got up to get some water, and she heard, the discussion, the older one. But other than that, the kids were in bed by 9:30. Like I said, he's been a great husband, a great dad, and it got a little out of hand. And I was the one that called 911 just for them to kind of like,
Dad, you would not be divorcing him.
huh?
He's a great husband, a great dad. You would not be in divorce court.
Well, we're not in divorce court, but it's just because of the distance, and it's non-contested. It's because of the distance, and he travels a lot. I work a lot, and it was we felt it was healthier that way. So it's not like I'm fighting him for any money, or he's fighting me for any money. It was non-contested. We have joint custody of the kids.
You have a lawyer who's representing you in the divorce?
No, I don't.
Does he have a lawyer?
He does.
Who's his lawyer?
I'm not sure I don't remember the name. He should know who it is.
Okay.
Your
Mr.
Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt. This is interpreter. The interpreter has not been given a
Does,
chance to interpret all of
Ms.
that.
White, ma'am, does he understand English well enough, or he needs an interpreter?
He asked me,
Yeah.
for the lawyers of the case, of my case.
Do you understand well enough, or do you need the interpreter, sir?
Can you interpret for me? Because
Yeah, okay. So if you could just summarize it.
Entonces explica su esposa,
I mean,
está explicándole
I'm sorry. I understand everything what she said. I'm sorry. I understand everything what she said and everything what the judge says.
Okay.
I thought that you guys are asking me because the judge asked.
No, you're good. You're
Who my
good. Sir.
lawyers are.
Ms.
That's
Brandon,
the person that he's waiting for, right?
who's your lawyer in the divorce case?
The last name of the lawyer I don't know is Victor is the first name, and Maria Herrera Mellado. They had I was a petitioner, and then those are the lawyers that I hired.
So it is in divorce court right now, correct?
Actually, everything is. We're just waiting for the dismissal of the marriage. Everything went through like mutual agreement.
Yeah.
Everything was smooth.
Right now, what you're waiting for is the final judgment to be signed on an uncontested calendar. Is it
Exactly.
Yes.
I was in family court for 7 years. I know the way the system works. And
Yeah.
men are going through a divorce. No matter how you want to go, that's what's happening. So
Right.
stay.
It's not final yet, but we are going through the process. Yes.
Okay. So state, what do you want to do with his
I
release?
mean, I'm okay with modifying the stay away order in light of the victim's testimony. I don't know if Your Honor wants to set a bond. We could set a bond maybe 1,500.
Is there any way of dismissing the case? Like I said, he's not a violent. He's never been like this. I've never been like this. We've never had an issue like this before. He didn't. They took pictures of me. He didn't touch me. Didn't hit me. He wasn't violent with me. It was a struggle to get the phone back, and that was it. I honestly,
Listen, ma'am, in the next few weeks, you're going to receive a call from the state attorney's office to give your statement. You can tell us everything that happened. We'll
Okay.
listen to what you have to say, and ultimately, it's the state that makes the decision about whether or not to file. But we always take your feelings into account.
okay. I just feel because of his. He is, known and in Spanish market, it would affect the kids more, if the children, it would affect them a lot more, if anything, like, serious more happen.
This is what I'm going to do, okay?
Okay.
Been doing this a lot longer than you're alive. I'm going to find no PC for strong arm robbery. I'm going to have the defendant release him to pretrial services. I'm going to modify the stay away order so no violent contact between the parties. And he's going to have to hire a lawyer to represent him on this matter.
Judge, if you're not finding PC, how are you doing pretrial? Do you want to find PC for a battery?
Yes.
Okay. What about the alternate bond for pretrial?
$1,000.
Okay. So pretrial service, alternate bond, $1,000, and the stay away order is modified.
Right.
PC finding for a battery.
Correct.
I have a question, Your Honor. We have activities for the kids that are coming up. For example, my son has a play this weekend, and I would like for him to go. it's my son's
The
first
judge
pregnancy.
modified the stay away order, so he can have
Oh.
contact with you.
Violent
No
contact.
drugs, no guns, no violence, no.
Oh,
criminal
okay.
any kind.
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
We can, ma'am.
Okay, because I'm getting calls and I'm trying, and I guess
So
everybody's.
right, he's allowed to have
Lady,
contact.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Do you listen the options that they gave?
No, I was getting phone calls, so I couldn't hear.
They were telling that there's two ways to get out. One, it's we don't have to pay a bond, and then I have to do I don't know how many
Reporting.
I have to do a reporting every I don't know how often until the case is done. And the other thing
Okay.
is we pay the bond, which is $1,000, but we pay with 10%. It's $100.
Uh-huh.
Then the bond set me free.
Conversation not on my time. Thank you very much. Let's call the next case.
Thank you, Judge.